Good Wednesday afternoon, everyone. It's weather for Weather Geeks time. It's my daily, online-only, in-depth weather video. We always talk about a lot of cool stuff on here. It's stuff that I don't have time to show you on TV, so you're really getting a lot more here than you are during my 3 minutes on the news. So I hope if you're a new viewer to these videos, I hope you get a kick out of them. I hope you find them informative. And I post one of these every weekday at about 3 o'clock. Sometimes we do one in the morning or even on the weekend if the weather dictates. One thing for sure, this afternoon turned out to be a little bit nicer, at least the morning and the midday did. Now it's starting to cloud up again, but boy, earlier when the sun was out, it felt fantastic outside. Temperatures overachieved some today as a result of the sun coming out a little bit sooner than anticipated, the front a little bit slower. Still in the 2 o'clock hour, it's 43 degrees at the Youngstown Warren Airport. It's in the 30s to around 40 off to the west, even close to 50 down towards the Pittsburgh area right now. So it feels nice outside today. It's our warmest day since Groundhog Day. So this is a real treat. A lot of our snow is melting off our driveways and our sidewalks. The melting process is going to slow down, though, as we run into some colder air, certainly as we head towards the weekend. But we've got another mild day coming up tomorrow, mild night tomorrow night to enjoy before reality sets back in. As you can see this afternoon, there's not a whole lot going on the radar. Let me take off the satellite, make this a little less busy. Got some precipitation along the East Coast. High and dry throughout most of the rest of the country this afternoon, though. So not a bad afternoon in many places. It's in the 70s to around 80 down towards the Gulf Coast. And some of this warm air is going to surge north ahead of a system tomorrow that will head our way and bring us some showers and maybe even some thunderstorms. We definitely have some big changes coming over the next couple of days across northeast Ohio and into western parts of Pennsylvania as well. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. We're going to talk mostly, we're going to focus a lot here on Thursday and Thursday night across the region and show you what we expect. Wait for the data to reload here. Showing you the simulated radar for tomorrow morning at about daybreak, about 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. At this point, we'll have an area of low pressure centered out here with a warm front nosing in from the south. This warm front will bring some showers to parts of Indiana, southwest Ohio tomorrow morning. Our better chance to get wet will be during the midday hours. I'm going to fast forward to 11 a.m. here. And by this point, we will start to see increasing chances for some wet weather across the region with our low out here and our warm front extending like this. There'll be a round of showers, maybe even some steady rain around lunchtime on Thursday. So 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock into the 1 o'clock hour. Here's 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And this is when some of that steadier rain is going to try to push off to the north. So plan on a wet midday tomorrow. We're talking 11, noon, 1, maybe 2 o'clock. But by 3 and 4 o'clock, as the kids get off the bus and a lot of us head home from work, there's going to be this zone where not much is going to happen. And I think that will encompass the late afternoon hours tomorrow and heading into tomorrow evening. Early evening as well, early evening. Here's 7 p.m. Now this is when things start to get a little bit interesting off to the west. We'll have our low pressure center over Chicago, a cold front extending like this, and a pretty healthy looking band of showers and with some embedded thunder as well, moving through Indiana, parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. There's going to be a severe weather threat with this, and again, this is at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. I'll switch sources a little bit here and show you what may happen then as we roll forward in through time. Let's see here. We want to go to, today is the 19th, so we want to go to tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Our low pressure center up over Michigan at this point, our cold front in through here. Now, I do think that this line of showers with embedded thunder is going to weaken somewhat as it heads east. The severe weather threat is definitely going to be higher down here as compared to northeast Ohio and western Pennsylvania, but still, we could hear a clap of thunder somewhere tomorrow evening between, say, 9 or 10 p.m. and 1 or 2 in the morning. Here's 1 a.m. Thursday night into Friday morning. Again, it certainly looks more intense off to the south. And then by Friday morning, here's daybreak Friday morning. By this point, certainly any thunderstorm threat is long over. Big whopping storm winding up over the northern Great Lakes. Our cold front will be out here. At the start of Friday, there might be a quick shower or a flurry, but it's going to turn sunny fairly quickly, I think, on Friday. So that's how things are going to break down for Thursday into Thursday night. We might get some pretty gusty winds. We might hear a clap of thunder, but I'm not real impressed with the severe weather threat here across northeast Ohio and into western Pennsylvania. The rain certainly could be a bit of a big deal. We are concerned about some flooding issues. We're going to touch on that for a moment. With a pretty good slug of rain pushing through tomorrow evening. I think we've got a good chance of seeing somewhere between a half an inch and an inch worth of rain. Here's the official National Weather Service precipitation outlook covering the next few days. It's got a 1-inch contour poking up into southwest Ohio. Notice there's a little min here of 3/4 of an inch. So, you know, I think a general average is going to be a half an inch to an inch worth of rain. Thursday, it's going to come in 2 rounds, Thursday into Thursday night. The first round's at midday Thursday. Second round, with the possibility of some thunder, will be Thursday evening into very early Friday morning. So, you know, a healthy bout of rain coming our way. We've also got that threat for the possibility of severe weather across parts of the region, although, again, I think this is going to be mostly to our south and west. Here's the National Weather Service severe weather outlook. The yellow, that's the enhanced area, and they certainly are pinpointing southwest Ohio down into Kentucky and maybe parts of West Virginia, but the severe weather threat this far north just does not look all that impressive. So that's certainly some good news. I think our bigger threat may end up being minor flooding problems. Let's take a look at a forecast for the Leavittsburg area. We're going to touch on this on 21 News tonight at 6 o'clock as well. Our crews went out to shoot the water level today and how it'll compare today to Friday. What we're looking at here is a forecast model of the river level at the Mahoning River at Leavittsburg. The action level is here. Minor flooding level up around 10 feet is here. And then the blue boxes, that's the forecast. And, you know, the reason why those boxes are not just a 1 point, they're a box, is because this is a range of possibilities. At the top end of the range of possibilities for the Mahoning River at Leavittsburg is for it to crest up around maybe 11 feet during the course of Friday, especially in the morning. Lower end of possibilities will just be, you know, action level, in other words, almost no flooding problem. So I think odds right now favor the river level Mahoning at Leavittsburg getting up to maybe 9 or 10 feet. What you got going on here is, of course, snow melt. You've got half an inch to an inch of rain, and you've also got the possibility of some ice jam issues, particularly where the river bends. The ice chunks will kind of pile up in one spot, and that can lead to some flooding issues as well. So this is Leavittsburg, kind of a similar situation for the Mahoning River at both Warren and Youngstown as well. Let's take a look at what the forecast is for Youngstown. What you've got going on here is, yeah, you know, most of our forecasted levels are right around that threshold of minor flooding. So this does not look like a huge flooding problem, but high water, yeah, especially during the day Friday, could be an issue around the Mahoning River from Leavittsburg to Warren and right down to Youngstown. So if you live near the river, something to keep in mind. That much is for certain. All right, let's talk about beyond Thursday and heading towards the weekend real quick. Friday looks pretty uneventful. The sun will be out. It'll be windy. Saturday might be a couple of flurries as a weak system moves through here. And then Sunday looks uneventful, just cold. See a little bit of sunshine Sunday. Here's Monday. Little impulse pushing through with possibility of maybe a flurry, but no big ticket items. We've got this threat for thunder. We've got this threat for minor flooding, some heavy rain Thursday and especially Thursday night. But beyond that, our story is not going to be big snowstorms. It's not going to be big rainstorms, big wind events. Our story is going to be the cold that's coming next week and heading into March. Here's the temperature anomaly forecast for the last 2 days of February and the first 7 days of March. So pretty much the very end of February, first week of March. Boy, this looks cold. The heart of the most cold compared to average will be up in the Midwest, but even here in northern Ohio, western Pennsylvania, you know, we're going to have a lot of days where highs are going to be no warmer than the 20s. Overnight lows could be down in the single digits. We might even have a couple of days where highs are in the teens during this stretch, during the first half of March. So we're going to head right back into the pattern that we were in for a lot of January, a lot of February. So, boy, I hope you got outside and breathed some of that really nice air today. Tomorrow is going to be fairly mild as well. Enjoy it while we have it. Big changes coming again. Boy, it just looks like we can't get a break from the cold for more than a day or two over the next couple of weeks. All right, that's weather for Weather Geeks on this Wednesday. I'll see you right back here, another edition of this video Thursday afternoon. In the meantime, on the TV side, you'll catch my forecast tonight, 21 News at 6 o'clock, and after the Olympics at 11:30. See you then.